Hello and welcome to the Ubers UU Draft League. I am Kind Squared, and this season I am coaching the Las Vegas Lightseekers. So, Ubers UU has a draft league. They are starting any week now. There's going to be 3 pools of 12 players each, and this is an incredibly normal draft league, except we have Palkia, we have Zacian, we have Kyurem, we have all the Ubers UU Mons allowed. We are drafting teams around 10 Pokemon, and we have low-powered team captains from tiers such as like RU or NU. I want to show you my team, and I'm really excited for this league. Now, before we get started, I just need to tell you guys about the RBY Yappers. This is the group that I'm going to be training with. It is me, Fishy Roads, and Icy Scream, each from one of these different pools, so we don't compete with each other. And we each picked a starter from Gen 1. I'm going to be using Blastoise, Fishy got Charizard, and Icy got a Pikachu. So we've already had a ton of fun getting started in advising each other what to actually pick up. But I just needed to shout them out because they're going to be a big part of my success, and I'm going to be a big part of theirs. So let's get into the first Mon, Palkia. So that is my first immediate pick, and whew, Palkia is so good. It has great stabs. Obviously, Spatial Rend is great. You don't have to use the low base power Dragon Pulse, and you also don't have to burn your special attack with Draco Meteor. Hydro Pump and Surf are also super reliable. We've got a great defensive typing. We have plenty of bulk. Maybe this thing could even go Assault Vest. That brings us to the items. It can trick choice items. It can use Throat Spray. It can use berries to resist Fairy or Dragon. It can go so many different options. I'm going to have a lot of fun trying all of them out. We also have great speed control with this Mon. Palkia gets Scale Shot and Trick Room, so whether we want to overspeed or underspeed, we've got plenty of options. Pick number 2 was Landorus. So this was super easy for me to pick because, oh my gosh, this thing hits like a truck. It gets sheer force boosted, life orb boosted, earth powers that just go crazy. But it doesn't even have to be that. We can go physical Lando sets. We can go special Lando sets. We can run Sand Force and Weather Ball in rain or sun. It's also got a great 101 speed tier. It makes for an excellent Scarfer. And it's got utility too. So there's so many different things it can do, and all of them are frightening. I looked at these 2 Mons and I thought, well, wait a minute. My speed is okay, but I need something out the gate lightning fast, and I need maybe a physical attacker. So I picked up Weavile. Weavile is a Gen 4 Mon, one of my favorites. It's an ice type, which I love. It is fast, it is powerful, it has Ice Shard, it can Swords Dance, sweep a game, it's got incredible power with knockoff, it can triple axle a lead, say Deoxys, to break its sash. Wow, my god, this thing is good. Its coverage, oh my god, it can hit so many miscellaneous things, and it has great utility as well, including Baton Pass, which is legal in Draft League. As long as you're dry passing, as long as you're not passing any boosts, it is perfectly legal to Baton Pass with Weavile, so it can pivot on top of everything else. Next Mon was Iron Moth, the namesake of the Lightseekers. So this Mon is great. It's a personal favorite, one of my favorite Gen 9 Mons, and it can do so much. Firstly, it can booster energy. It can run a lead set that can outspeed Meowscarada, it can outspeed Deoxys, it can set Toxic Spikes, it can U-turn, if Mons start trying to set up on it, we can whirlwind out threats, all while maintaining a threatening fiery dance, and you never know when that thing's going to get boosted up. And if it's got booster speed, it's got a +1 from fiery dance, ooh, look out. So we can also clean up games with a substitute or agility set. This thing has excellent coverage as well. Fire and poison are already pretty good stabs. Fire covers obviously the steel weaknesses that poison gets, but you can also run electric stab with discharge. You can run energy ball. You can run dazzling gleam to hit the many dragons running around. So this is great as well. I'm really hoping to show off why Iron Moth is so good. Now, pick 5 was kind of a bit of an oddball at first glance, but Blastoise is something I think fits wonderfully onto this team. So, firstly, we have a defensive Mon. Yeah, it was getting a little crazy, the amount of offense I was throwing on. We have that crazy Gen 1 move pool. We have priority, we have pivots, we have huge damage water spouts or wave crashes, but we also get fun stuff like Yawn and Roar that help it go defensive. But most importantly, you're talking about Blastoise, it's a 50-50. Am I running Rapid Spin and clearing out the hazards? Am I running Shell Smash, or am I running both? Who knows what I'm doing, but any of them are threatening. So now we have a defensive backbone. Let's beef that up a little bit more with pick 6, Klefki. So, Steel and Fairy, one of the best types in the game, easy. So, we can Prankster Encore, Prankster T-Wave, Prankster Spikes, so many different options. That's really the thing I was going for this entire draft. Getting as many different options for every Mon. I want to have a complete guessing game when my opponent queues up against me. What do they think I'm going to run? I'll run something else. Klefki can hit back with Foul Play, Flash Cannon, Play Rough. Oh, but look at those attacking stats. Base 80? That can't do much. Yeah, until I run Stored Power, Calm Mind, Iron Defense. And then I can go Draining Kiss, I can go Magnet Rise. Who knows what this Klefki is going to do? So, to round out the defensive backbone I've been going with, we have Umbreon. So, Dark is an excellent type to have, given all the Psychics running around at the top of Uber's UU. And this is our first Terra Captain. So, we have to pick a Stab Terra, so Dark, but also picking up Terra Poison for the excellent defense, and Terra Ghost for the spin blocking. Wish and Baton Pass is great. Umbreon has both, and a lot of my Mons will really benefit from Wish support. Alright, Synchronize, more utility. Once again, utility, 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 options and options, Toxic, Yawn, Roar, Moonlight. Umbreon can stay alive. It can pass around status. It can do so much. Now, Bramblegast was my next pick, which is not something I've really used before, but I really think I'm going to like it. So I immediately picked it because it's a spin blocker, it has rapid spin, okay, it's some nice hazard control. It can Strength Sap, it's got Leech Seed, once again useful for my Mons without a ton of reliable recovery. It can set spikes. What's it gonna do? I don't know. So, of course, the fun stuff. We have our Tailwind and Wind Rider. We have Poltergeist and Shadow Sneak for those strong, fast attacks once we've set up the Tailwind. Power Whip for extra stab. We also have some fun cheese. I mean, we can go Infestation Curse. That's pretty awesome. And basically guarantee a KO, especially if we already have a Leech Life off. Pick 9, my second and last Terra Captain, we have Hitmonlee, throwing it back to the Gen 1. Now, this is really built for specific threats. I want to keep my mouth shut for the moment because I know some of my opponents will be watching this video, but we can go really fast with this Hitmonlee, Unburden Close Combat White Earth. We can go really powerful with a Reckless boosted high jump kick, or we can go for some of the more niche options. Hitmonlee gets Rapid Spin, which I didn't even know when I picked it, but I guess I have another form of hazard control. It gets Reversal, which pairs great with Unburden and like a Focus Sash. We have Upper Hand to stop all the people who think they can just priority through my team. You can't priority through Hitmonlee. And then lastly, rounding this out, we have Squawkabilly. So this was a 2-pointer, so I didn't have a lot left, but I thought, you know what, Squawkabilly has a little bit of everything. So it can go utility. Having Parting Shot as an excellent pivot move really lets some of my other setup mons, like say Hitmonlee, maybe a Nasty Plot on Landorus, or a Shell Smash on Blastoise, set up. Or instead, we could just go pure attack. Squawkabilly has great abilities. Hustle, Guts. I've got access to the Sheer Force, other color Squawkabilly as well. And so that just lets it wallop everything. It's got Final Gambit. It's got Quick Attack. Yeah, this thing is so good. All right, so that rounds it out. These are my 10 mons. You will be seeing plenty of other Ubers UU Draft League teams in the coming months and weeks, but I'm going to say, I hope you root for me. So if you want to see more content, more Draft League, maybe even the RBY Yappers taking some games, taking some names, leave a like, let me know, and I'll see you there next time.